Oh, damn. Mm, 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 mm. Yo, Royal Day, Cosmic Mind UV. It's where you need to be. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to cover this type of topic. We gotta get to it. We gotta do the dirty work. Alright, we gotta get the dirty gloves on. We gotta get the dirty gloves on today, son. Damn, man. So, hope all is well. Royal Rises, Royal Day, Royal Afternoon, Royal Night. We gonna make your intellect take flight, ain't it, man? Huh? We gotta get this right. Let's go. So, y'all know what I gotta go do. You know what I mean? You know what we gotta go do. You know, when you slide through, make sure you share it in the air. Alright, share it in the air, man. Share this, man. Share this. If you haven't shared any shows, make sure you share this one right here. Yeah, man. And I will be back. Woo! We gonna give him no slack. Yo. Oh, we got honey in our voice today. Huh? We got honey in our voice today. Huh? We got honey in our voice, baby. Let's get a sip from the copper pop. Man, we gonna get this a spin. Part 2. We can't let this in. Let's get it. Here we go. We're gonna turn this down a little bit more. A little bit more. Let's put something a little more smooth on. Hold on. Let me get a little something. Hold on. Alright, man. Here we go. Missing black children overview, alright? Y'all ready? Let's get if you haven't shared any of the work of the creation for the nation. If you haven't shared any presentation for the nation, if you haven't shared anything yet, this one right here should be what? No motherfucking sweat, ain't it, man? We should share this like our fingers have Tourette syndrome. Let's go, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's keep it light. Let's keep it light so we can keep it right. Hmm? The reality and statistics and stats, right? In the US alone, hundreds of thousands of children are reported missing each year. Black children make up a disproportionate copper tone, the original percentage of these cases. Yet, their stories often receive less media coverage than European children. According to studies, this ain't according to Cozmik. Nearly 40%. I need us to write these down. Cause we should be in the uproar over shit like this. Like, it should be platforms talking about stuff like this all the time, like we do all the other stuff that we get all worked up over and all this other type of shit. You feel me? Well, that's all right. That's why we got Cozmik Mind UV. Let's get it. These cases, their stories receive less media coverage than Europeans. According to studies, nearly 40% of all missing children in America, in this, whatever y'all, landmass, corporation, Tamaria, whatever y'all call this place, Egypt, Africa, whatever y'all call this place, all right, are black. Despite black children or youth, starseeds being a smaller portion of the population. So they say. Factors that contribute: systemic neglect. Authorities and media often prioritize cases involving European children, leading to slower responses for black children. Runaway stereotype. Black missing children are too often labeled as quote unquote runaways. All right, which minimizes urgency in search efforts. All right. See, when we talk about it, when we see a lot of these posts, we gotta get into the inner workings of the bullshit or the good shit. It is, it just depends on what's there. You hear me? That's why it's so great to do these intellectual discoveries and these intellectual explorations. All right. So socio-economic boundaries or barriers. Families lack resources, etc., connections, or institutional support to push investigations. Trafficking risk. Copper tone, black youth, etc., are at higher risk of being targeted for human trafficking, exploitation, or abuse. So when people be like, when I be saying shit like them, they, those, be sending these children pretty much out to, for lack of a better term, the jungle, like a functioning madhouse. You hear me? These man, fam. And I understand. Don't get me bent. We need breaks. We need, it's healthy to get breaks from the. I understand that. I completely understand. I do. However, if you notice, The track record of this corporation, this place, this landmass. And then if you notice the track record, when this stuff starts picking up, it's like around a certain season, a certain month. You hear me? You got to start. We got to start connecting the patterns to win it. Not to say it don't. You know what I'm saying. It don't. It comes to a halt. What I'm saying is, it's a certain specific time and season or space and season where it picks up drastically. Media coverage and public awareness. Missing black children rarely receive the same national attention as their European counterparts. The phenomenon is sometimes referred to as quote unquote missing white woman syndrome. Quote unquote missing white woman syndrome, end quote. So write that term down. Oh man. Lack of visibility means fewer public tips or suggestions, slower recoveries, and weaker community mobilization. Impact on families and communities. Families often feel abandoned or ignored by institutions that are supposed to help. Communities suffer from eroded trust in police and government agencies, etc. Psychological toll. Parents face stigma, blame, and little support compared to other families. Community response and advocacy. Grassroots organizations and black-led advocacy groups such as Black and Missing Foundation. I'll write that down. Black and Missing Foundation. Of course, do your research, you feel me? Check their background or whatever, you hear me? Like y'all say, the receipts, checks and balances. Work to raise awareness and bridge the gap in coverage. Social media has become a vital tool, allowing communities to share missing person flyers instantly and bypass mainstream media neglect. So that's why I say it depends on how we use these different things. That's you know, ain't nothing new under the sun. But I'm just saying it's how we use it. You hear me? Um, Churches, schools, and community centers often serve as hubs for mobilization and support. Moving forward, solutions, equal coverage, demanding fair treatment in media and law enforcement responses, policy, or a lot of you're gonna have to start your own search party brigades, you feel me, or search party whatever, black search parties, you feel me? And there you just have different levels to that, whether you have the enforcing, you have like different departments, you know what I mean? You have the enforcers where they go, once you narrow down whatever case they going to, you know, retrieve the child or star seed or whatever have you potentially. And then you have the, logistics, and the all the other stuff. You see what I'm saying? And so, yeah, that's got to be organized. Of course, they might not fund it. You gotta probably have to fund it yourself, or you're gonna have to get some like minds, or some of these different groups, the Black Panther parties, all of these different groups. You know what I'm saying? They should be having different coalitions. In all of them, all the different black groups, they should have different, I guess, departments for that specific thing, missing melanin, star seeds, black children, you feel me? But anyway, let me get a sip from a copper cup. And we have to stop immediately waiting for them to change policies and all this other shit, man. Enforcing enforcing stronger accountability for how missing children cases are classified and handled. Community networks, strengthening local support systems that can act quickly when a child goes missing. Education and awareness or knowledge, teaching families about safety, trafficking risk, and the importance of immediate reporting. And ladies, I'm gonna do melanin ladies, black women, whatever, etc., black girls, da 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 da. I'm gonna do a show on y'all. I'm getting over there. Don't think I ain't getting over there, cause I yeah. You know. So, when people be like, I'm tired of hearing people say, just, live off grid, it's not for everybody. I mean, this type of shit shouldn't be for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of motherfuckers keep sending their star seeds out to these different environments or whatever have you. I be seeing you see them too a lot sometimes, or rarely, or just random occasions or moments where you might be driving or walking or whatever you do, and you see somebody on the phone and the children walking behind them. They literally ain't paying their ass no matter what they doing, whatever they're doing, and the children are just, or the star seeds are just wandering off. That's why I was saying, we need to rethink our relationship styles. You know what I'm saying? And some of us single parents, some of us multiple parent households. You know what I'm saying? As far as two people are there. So Anyway, conclusion: missing black children represent a silent crisis. A silent crisis hidden in plain sight. Hidden in plain sight. A silent crisis hidden in plain sight due to systemic neglect, bias, media coverage. That's why we got Cozmik UV and other platforms, whoever may cover this type of stuff, these vital issues, and lack of urgency from institutions. That's why we have to build our own institutions. You feel me? Um, in infrastructures within the institutions until awareness, resources, equal treatment, and prioritize black families, etc., will continue to face the unequal battle in finding protection for their children, starseeds, etc. Is this due to trafficking? Okay, this is a powerful question, ain't it? Is the high number of missing children due to trafficking? Not all, however, trafficking plays a huge role. Not every missing black child is trafficked. Duh, we know that. That's without being said. Many cases are runaways, abductions by family members, or lost children. So we might do that part too, abduction by family members. Like we have to, you know, I mean, it's unfortunate we got to cover this type of shit, fam. You know what I mean? I mean, hey, man, we keep talking about the shadow work and we got to do all this raising that, but we got to have these type of goddamn talks, fam. You know what I mean? We don't, I don't want to do it as much as you don't want to hear it. You hear me? Or whatever have you, like we make you uncomfortable, whatever. Anyway, all right. So like I say, we've been comfortable a lot too long. You know what I mean? However, human trafficking is a major driver of why so many black children go missing and remain unaccounted for. While black children are targeted, vulnerability, poverty, unstable housing, and lack of resources make black children more vulnerable to predators. I mean, they're vulnerable predators regardless, fam. I mean, even if they're in a stable neighborhood and all that, it just depends on accessibility and lack of awareness, lack of your awareness of your surroundings. A lot of times you see the children, some of them, that sometimes, what I'm saying, you see them on their headphones and they had a hit in their phone. They just walking. You feel me? So, just being aware of what's going on in your surroundings, and then having them never by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Okay, runaway labeling. When law enforcement labels a black child as a quote unquote runaway, the case often gets less attention, making them easy targets for traffickers. Overrepresentation in foster care. Black children are disproportionately placed in foster care, a system traffickers often exploit. So that's part three, probably. See what I'm saying? So it's a whole different bunch of layers to this shit. Okay, systemic racism, a lack of urgency in finding black children creates an opportunity window for traffickers to move unnoticed. Trafficking and exploitation forms. Sex trafficking. Black girls, especially, are disproportionately trafficked for sexual exploitation. So that's what I'm saying, young babies. All that being fast and what they call back in the day, being fast and being grown and smelling yourself, and oh, even y'all young women, 20s and 30s and 18s and the teens and shit. You know what I mean? You think, I get it, I get it. You feel like you know a lot. You want to, it's your body, your blah 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 blah, whatever type of shit it is going on in your brain. You feel me? But my baby, all of that over hypersexual shit and all of that extra shit, that's gonna make your ass a target. Even grown women, you know what I'm saying, or young whatever. You hear me? Labor trafficking. Some children are forced into illegal labor or domestic servitude. Gang exploitation. Children may be groomed into gangs or criminal activity. Evidence and data. Studies have found that over 50% of all reported in juvenile prostitution arrests involve black children. Over 50%. Do you hear that? Over 50%. So this is when I be saying too many people just having children for the sake of having children, or too many people have too many children they can afford. So when we be talking about, other relationship styles or whatever, this right here is the helping cover. You sometimes, and then sometimes, man, it just be a lot of different shit going on, fam. You know what I mean? From the sleazy shit to the, you know, just like you just tired, you burnt out. You know what I mean? Whatever. You know what I mean? And they just wander off. You know what I mean? Black girls may make up a large, see, I gotta do a part 4 then. That might be part 2. So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? I probably package that, the black women and the black girls all in one package deal. You know what I mean? Black girls make up a large share of sex trafficking victims in the U.S., despite being a minority population. So they be saying, you hear me? So if they such a less majority, they the large share. You know what I'm saying? Because of racial bias, their disappearances are not treated with the same urgency, feeding the traffic cycle. The hidden connection. While not every missing child is tracked, they already said that shit, but motherfuckers know that traffickers actively prey on missing black children because they know these cases often lack visibility and aggressive pursuit. This makes trafficking a central reason behind the crisis. Conclusion. Yes, trafficking is one of the biggest reasons behind the crisis of missing children. However, it thrives because of systemic neglect, cases not being taken seriously, being mislabeled, and communities not being given the same urgency and protection. Without addressing both trafficking and the racial bias in how missing children are handled, the cycle continues. So when like I say, y'all, it's a lot of, okay, I get a lot of the entertainment topics, and we want to talk about just a bunch of just shit. But fam, it's so many vital, extremely vital topics that we should be covering, just on a regular daily basis, fam. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, how are children getting taken? It's an important question because understanding how children are taken is the key to protecting them, isn't it? Understanding how they're getting taken is the key to protecting them, isn't it? Here's a bust down of the most common ways black children, indigenous, Coppertone, and Central children are lured or abducted, with emphasis on how traffickers and predators operate. Y'all see what I'm saying? How children are getting taken. Number one, online recruitment and social media grooming. So this is what I was saying. And it's like I understand. It does probably get annoying, but we gotta understand. Motherfuckers been socialized to a lot of bullshit, to a lot of dumbed down bullshit. So it's gonna take the same amount of effort to dumb motherfuckers down to you snap motherfuckers out of it or spark some shit. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. Traffickers use Instagram. I need y'all to hear this. TikTok, Snapchat, and gaming apps to find vulnerable children. So, I mean, do what you want to do with that. They pose. That's why I be asking y'all, ladies, why do, just in general, I know it's people in general, but I mean, why do y'all be posting y'all children online so much? I just don't get it. I just don't. I really don't. And I really wish somebody would give me some answers, please. You feel me? Because it's my social media page. Okay, yeah, we understand that, and it's really not yours. However, but anyway, but yeah, technically yes, it's yours. But I'm just saying. And then I asked that question the other day, and a lot of women got mad. I was like, ladies, if you post pictures of yourself all day, that's some loser shit or whatever. And so I just be want to know that, ladies, unless you like a model or it's your profession or you an aspiring something, like why are you posting your shit all day? Why are you posting your children? Why are you posting yourself all day? I don't understand that shit. Y'all really have to, y'all gotta give me some type of something. They pose as look, watch this. They pose as friends, romantic interests. You hear this? Or even job recruiters, okay? Man, look, I'm telling you, man. Look. When I say this shit is, we see we operating like shit is sweet, but shit really isn't. Like it's because because they said this stuff goes unnoticed, untalked about, unamplified because most melanin black indigenous platforms that we are not emphasizing these type of topics. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like we just we talk about a lot of variety of other stuff, relationship stuff. We talk about business stuff. We talk about who was first. We talk about not being from Africa. We talk about blah 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 Africa history. Talk about Christian crap. We talk about a whole bunch of stuff. We're not emphasizing on why a bunch of star seeds in the black melanin is over 50% and shit like that. Anyway. And then, as we were saying, a lot of people, anyway, grooming starts with attention, compliments, gifts, or promises, modeling job, music opportunity, sugar dating, whatever the fuck that is. So I guess we got to do a show on that shit, quote unquote sugar dating. I hope y'all are writing all these little terms down, unless y'all was already familiar with these shits. You feel me? It says grooming starts with attention. So ladies and young girls and young Nehrus and young youth males, black, indigenous, copper tone. That's why I be saying all attention ain't you hear me? It used to be this song by I think it was Brand Nubians. Don't let it go to your head, no. Ain't it mine? Don't let it go to your head, no. Okay, man. It says grooming starts with attention, compliments, gifts, or promises, quote unquote modeling job, quote unquote music opportunity, end quote unquote sugar dating. I gotta do a show on that shit, I guess that's the sugar babies. So we gotta see what that shit is. You hear me? Somebody in the comments, what is that shit? Once trust is built, they may convince the child to meet up in that's why they do them shows, Catch a Victim or whatever them shows are called or whatever have you. However, it be mostly Europeans on there. It's like a mix, but it be mostly Europeans. Don't be emphasizing on black. We need like a I know they have like black television, so we need like a melanin or black exposing predators black show, finding the indigenous black children just specifically. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. Once one of y'all TV dudes or media people, or Dame Dash, or one of y'all create some shit like that, man. You know what I'm saying? On y'all TV app. Once trust is built, they may convince the child to meet up in person or slowly isolate them from family and friends. Runaway exploitation. Many black children are mislabeled as quote unquote runaways when they go missing. Traffickers target bus stations. So ladies, y'all be careful at these bus stations too. I be overstanding. You be feeling like you tough, and you be feeling like you got it. And I mean, I'm just telling you, hey, do what you want to do. But like we all gotta suffer consequences and repercussions for the shit that we just doing what we want to do. You see what I'm saying? Traffickers target what? Bus stations, shelters. So what I mean, malls, foster care group homes, and schools. So that's what I be saying. You be sending your children out to these goddamn facilities and shit. And they could just do the shit online. They could be just going to school to fuck online, fam. You still get a break from them. Do you see what I'm saying? Because they'll be still focused on their fucking learning, and you just go do what the hell you need to do. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, they won't be as far as out of sight, out of mind for 6 to 8 hours or whatever the hours are. You feel me? And then think about it. They grooming them to be workers. Eight hours in that facility, 8 hour work shifts. You feel me? But look, once approached, they may offer food, money, or a place to stay, which leads to exploitation, foster care, and system failures. Black children are overrepresented in foster care, and so that means a lot of people are giving away their children. That's why I was saying. I mean, I know it be sounding fucked up when I say shit like, or initially it might sting a little bit of a lot, but like I said, a lot of people shouldn't be fucking recreating themselves. You feel me? This hookup culture, this don't body count don't matter. It's my body, my privilege. All that shit is leading to a lot of this shit too. See, y'all ain't gonna mention that. Anyway, and traffickers often recruit directly from group homes, directly. So they in on a business deal. All the motherfuckers in on them deals and shit. Come on now, them side door, screen door deals. Children in the system may feel unwanted or unprotected. No shit, making them easier to manipulate. In some cases, people inside. So you have to emphasize, especially nowadays, because everything is just so uh, glob together. We have to start doing like back in the days. We have to start setting healthy boundaries for these children. You are not able to listen to this music. You aren't able to watch these shows. You aren't able to play these games, these apps. You aren't able to go around these family members. You aren't able to go these whoever, whatever have you. We have to run little exercise drills. Okay, if somebody approaches you, you do the da 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 da. You got to just do shit like that, fam. You know what I mean? That friendly shit that I be telling y'all be thinking it's paranoia, fam, but this environment, fam, it has to make you on alert, unfortunately, because this shit is going to fuck. It's been going on. So how the fuck you not? That's why I'm like, how do y'all be feeling comfortable just sending your star seeds y'all claim y'all be, or teenagers or young adults or whatever that y'all claim y'all care about out to this shit all the time? I don't even understand it, but anyway. In some cases, people inside the system, staff, you hear this? I need you to focus in on this type of shit, which we know is an inside job a lot of instances. In some cases, some people inside the system, staff, older children already exploited, may introduce them to traffickers. So they already got the Stockholm syndrome, and they already psychologically got them fucked all up. And so now they basically they the workers and the recruiters. You feel me? Abduction by acquaintances or family friends. See, that's what I'm saying. I mean, we probably gonna do at least diff- 6 different parts to this shit because there's so much. You got the women, you got the melanin girls and women and young girls, whatever. That's gonna be a package deal. Then you got the exploitation side. Then you got the different you got to put a microscope on these different supposed to be places to help you get a fresh start and all that shit. You got to be careful with these motherfuckers, fam. And they be the most sometimes the most pleasant ass motherfuckers. I'm telling you. Okay, don't worry about it. Y'all be thinking they be making these movies and all of this type of shit. These certain movies and this what's the Tyrone? Who cloned Tyrone? Yeah, I'm just telling y'all, because that's a more advanced version of it, but I'm just saying, you feel me? Abduction by acquaintances or family and friends. And that's why I say it's dangerous being around motherfuckers that'll do anything for fucking money and popularity or whatever the fuck they want. You hear me? Most children, child abductions are not by strangers. However, by someone the child knows. By someone the child knows. Unfortunately, family members, neighbors, family friends. That's why I don't be fucking with people like that. I don't give a fuck how people feel about me. I don't like motherfuckers, B. That fam, I'm telling you, look, fam. That's why when I said, just because all tears don't mean a motherfucker sincere, huh? All smiles don't mean they're gonna be around for a while, ain't it? All, huh? In trafficking situations, it's not always a violent quote unquote snatch, end quote. Instead, it's trust based manipulation, false job, or opportunity offers. So, again, a lot of you young girls, a lot of you content creators, fam, y'all need moderators. You need moderators that really give a fuck about you, that's gonna look out for you on these different, even if you doing that fucking, what is that bullshit, OnlyFans and all that stupid. I'm telling y'all, fam, you not telling me they not operating through all of that shit too. Yeah, you get in your bag, they gonna get their bag too with you. You hear me? Catch that. False job or opportunity offers, all this hypersexual and all of this body positive, all this dumbass hype shit. And they play on that bullshit. That shit make your ass a lick. You out here wearing skimpy ass clothes and all that little shit. Whatever. You put the children wearing it, the teens wearing it, the women wearing it. That make you a fucking talk, just like a dude that flash money. It make him a fucking lick. I mean, what are we talking about here? But no, I wear the yeah. Then when you get traffic or you get a nigga, I don't. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to feel sympathy because a lot of motherfuckers be stubborn. We gotta be factoring these type of things in. A lot of motherfuckers, you cannot tell them shit. And what's that old saying? Some people gotta see if the stove is hot. Some people have to know some of us gotta know what the sensation of a burn or hot feels like. Teens. Let me get my sip of my copper cup, fam. Y'all lucky I'm calm. I'm keeping myself calm in this type shit, fam. Cause motherfuckers be talking about all this other bull ass shit on all of these different dumbass other platforms. But motherfuckers do not emphasize and cover shit like this enough, not in detail. Teens. Here we go. Now we gonna get from the children or the young adults to or the adolescents or whatever to up to the teens. Teens looking for money may be tricked into fake job postings, modeling, babysitting, music acting. This is why we say, well, entrepreneurship ain't for everybody. Don't create. Yeah, create the fucking jobs. Invest in your star seed so they don't have to go ask nobody for nothing else, bitch ass nigga. Like the fuck I've been the fuck saying. Nepotism and all this other shit will protect all of this dumbass shit. But y'all be them, they, those in my earth family, all of it, nigga. Niggas will talk me the motherfuck down. Up, down, all around, ain't it, man? Once they show up, traffickers take control of IDs, phones, or transport them out of town. Predator, quote unquote, boyfriend method, end quote. A trafficker pretends to be a caring boyfriend or girlfriend, slowly isolates the child from friends and family, then shifts from love bombing. See, that's what I be talking about. Huh? Oh, he just a hater. Oh, he just negative. No, you gotta put shit in perspective, bitch, at all fucking times. Compliments, nigga. And it's unfortunate, my nigga. My niggas. This is so fucking unfortunate that you have to be paranoid about your fucking food, nigga. You have to be paranoid about your air, your water, your fucking everything. You as a black man walking down the street, nigga, you driving, you on a scooter, you whatever. Your children, the melanin women, even though a lot of y'all don't give a fuck. Huh? Then we say, how do they exploit us by our pain or whatever? That's why all of this, what do they call that shit? Celebrity worship shit. Huh? That idolizing ass shit. Somebody, they should be idolizing your motherfucking ass, nigga. Huh? Walk to me, talk to me. Walk to me and talk to me. But no, y'all grown-ups be idolizing motherfuckers outside of yourself. Come on. Shimon. You don't see yourself as the higher beings of Nah? Niggas ain't already here. Calm down, Cozmik. Shift gears, Cozmik. You hear me? This method is especially common with what? I need you. Let me go ahead and make sure the mic is on. Let me make sure I got my headset on properly so they can hear this clearly. Let me put the mic right here so they can hear this specifically. Why they always talk about the black woman? Why they always? This method is especially common with who? Give me the answer. Y'all give me the answer. Give me the answer. Somebody give me the answer. This method of it says let's go back over it. A trafficker pretends to carry a boyfriend or girlfriend, slowly isolates from friend and family. Then it says, then shifts from love bombing to control threats and exploitation. This method is especially common with what? With who? What group of what group? What group of who? Black girls. So all that materialism and all that consumerism and all them isms, that's the same shit they use to lure them, dummy niggas. But don't worry about it. Who may already feel overlooked by mainstream society. So that means they gon' just like a lot of grown women ass motherfuckers. You gon' try to overcompensate, not try. You're gonna overcompensate with doing what? Street level recruitment. See, we gonna go. So we went over the predatory boyfriend, quote unquote, or girlfriend method. We went over false job or opportunity offers. We went to that in I mean, it's so many variations. The stripper, the OnlyFans, the whoever, the video vixen, the just the average girl. You feel me? She just y'all ones that wear your the blonde weave, nigga. Man. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. I'm not even gonna get to the women with the bleaching cream. I'm not even gonna get all the way over there. It says abduction by acquaintance and or family and friends. So that's why I say we gotta do different part two, three, four, five. Foster care, them niggas, you hear me? System failure, we already know them motherfuckers. Runaway exploitation, you hear me? Online recruitment and social media grooming. So yeah, all of these dumb ass, I ain't even gonna worry about it. Y'all just keep on going with the trends and shit, bro. Y'all just mindless, brainless, follower ass motherfuckers. This shit is annoying. And they be like, well, God, but don't try to. I don't. One, two, three, four. I don't seek that shit. That shit, you know how that shit work. If that shit getting shared around a lot, eventually, what is it gonna do? Come on, 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 come on. Without you trying to go look for it, you think Cozmik Minds is going to look for Nicki Minaj challenge videos? The fuck no. The only reason I knew that bullshit was the name of that bullshit is because what? Motherfuckers made this shit popular. So once it get popular, what's it gonna be? Eventually on your goddamn timeline or your feed some goddamn where. That's how the quote algorithm works. Street level recruitment. Some children or teens or whatever are literally picked up from bus stops, malls, after school programs. No, Cozmik, no, man. The school is the babysitter, Cozmik. Yeah, Cozmik. Yeah, Cozmik. Yeah, Cozmik, they need school. They need this school shit. They need these facilities. What did this shit just say, son? Some children, young adults, whoever, teens, whatever, are literally, it said literally, picked up from the what? Bus stops, malls, after school program. Yes, it should be safe, Cozmik. It the but. Hey, baby, we ain't in a wonderful world, baby. It's unfortunate, son. mm, 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 mm. Motherfuckers just be posting their children on the regular. Motherfuckers post their children on dating apps and shit. Motherfuckers post everything Every little, and I get it, celebrate them, but you, yeah, celebrate in private sometimes. Or capture the moment and then just keep it for your private archives. You talking about in your face. It didn't say they be in the alley. It didn't say they be sneaking them off. No, 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 no. They picking them up right where you sending them at. Huh? So we gotta say you, who you, them, they, whoever you, them, they are, you play a role in the shit. Yes? No? Maybe so? If you, them, they, those are, oh, I'm for school, I'm for the teens and the children to da 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 to do what they want to do, and all of this free liberation crap, blah 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 blah, all of this integration of adult stuff and children, whatever variety of crap it is. You feel me? The LGBT, the blah 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 blah. Oh, we are the world. We everything is everything. No, 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 no. And I apologize, y'all. I really wanted to go. I just really wanted to get through this joint, man, without doing this. I really did. I really wanted to get through this shit without getting worked up, fam. I did. I really wanted to get through this shit without getting worked up, fam. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of gangs doing a lot of, because this next part, I see a lot of, that's what, triggered this, what I'm saying. I see a lot of the gangs doing the truce and coming together and putting that on me. Nigga, go find the missing melanin and black children in your community or your neighborhood or your area. Yeah, y'all doing the truce. Oh, that's great. That's great. That's great. That's great. That's great. However, go find it. Go get with the Black Panthers or wherever's in your area, to whoever other black groups here, and y'all need to be the enforcer department of the movement. You feel me? And y'all need to go get your this to work on that. It's great that y'all coming together. It's great that y'all having truce. It's great that the gangs are dropping the flags and the tying them together and all that great stuff. Yay. Okay. Now, what do we do with this unification? And we use it productively. How do we do this productively? How do we use these warrior kings productively? Or queens, kings, all of it, whatever's in there. You feel me? If y'all still banging whatever said, it's more than just banging that shit now. You gotta use that shit to goddamn uplift your goddamn, because the original gangs had, we'll see, we'll do a show on that. I'm gonna do my best to keep. Gangs and trafficking rings may send women, you ready? Quote unquote bottom girls. You ready? Quote unquote bottom girls. Y'all need to be writing these joints down. To recruit other girls. So when somebody be saying, yo, your fake ass friend, you need to be taking heed, because you don't necessarily know what they into. Remember the girl that got put in the freezer and all of that other shit? Fam, I'm serious, man. And I get it, and I get it. Yes, Cozmik is love and light, but man, that shit might be hype. Do you hear what I said? That shit is making us docile, nigga. Love and light, peace, 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 love, love. No, nigga, it ain't no love in this goddamn dimension, bitch. Not the type of love that is not no peace, love, and light and harmony and all this shit like that. Their version of love is obviously, goddamn it, destruction and other fucked up shit. That's why I say easily influenced as weak-minded motherfuckers are dangerous, man. Being around weak-minded motherfuckers are dangerous, man. Being around over thirsty motherfuckers in any type of way, money, you are thirsty for attention, you thirsty for whatever the fuck, any friends or something. That shit is dangerous, man. Gangs and trafficking rings may send women, bottom girls, end quote, to recruit other girls because children trust them more than strange men. So, sister circle, women, why y'all not yelling at them? Why y'all not running down on these broads? Ladies, I don't hear you. Warriors, huh? Or you just using that shit to go against your man, or other shit that don't matter. Like I keep saying, we need to put all of this anger and this great stuff that y'all possess into the right. Just like with the men with the anger and the warriors and them gangs, trucing and all of that. Y'all are the warrior kings. That's why I salute to that. He say, my tribes are the 12 gangs or whatever. You want some of this? Takeaway: children are usually not quote unquote snatched off the street because that's what they put us in movies and little shit. Or you sometimes see it on like cameras caught on video, in traffic, in dramatic ways like movie show. Instead, most are groomed, manipulated, and lured into unsafe situations. So all that you thinking you know everything, that's that you think you know everything fucking syndrome. Can't nobody tell you nothing ass shit syndrome. Oh, they trying to control me ass shit syndrome. And then what these niggas gonna do? Just control your stupid ass. And they grooming you and controlling you. Man, by someone that they think they can trust. Predators look predators look for children with low self-esteem, children in unstable homes or foster care, children active online without supervision, children who feel unloved or unsupported. This is why community awareness, education, knowledge, and fast reporting are critical uh, to shutting down these tactics. All right, the next voice you hear is Empress Star. I got to take a little break, calm myself down, get myself balanced real quick. She gonna do the small part, and then we gonna get back to it, man. Because you know what I'm saying, like that warrior shit come out in me, man. I'm ready to chop some heads the fuck off with shit like this, b. Like shit like that is some corny ass shit. So I'm calling all of the gangs, all of the ones that did the truces, all of the black organizations, the Black Panther parties, the all of y'all, man. We should be having brigades or different independent or interdependent melanin or black men and women gun clubs, all of y'all black gun club groups, all that. We gotta form a coalition or whatever you want to call it. You hear me? Whatever you want to call it. Because all this, just let everything go and just go with the flow and just, no, man. That's why I said we got to bring back healthy ass shame. A lot of motherfuckers should be the fuck ashamed of themselves. Or they diet, or they act, their behaviors and everything. So look, Empress Star is getting ready. Y'all enjoy the beat. It's on repeat. Don't let it put you to sleep.
All right. It has been quite a show. You know, another thing, while a lot of us out here on these cruise ships, they use a lot of these cruise ships.
I ain't even get that part. Good fucking time.
They use cruise ships, so you think you just going to a destination. Sometimes they use the ships to import and export children from all over the countries. It's not just um, set with the United States. All the missing children, they're not just missing from the United States. They are missing from all over the world, and we know why. A lot of the main reasons that the children are going missing is because of the rituals, the satanic, all the satanic things that the elites are those people in power they take and they um, are using our children for in these satanic rituals. They're using our children to try to stay in power. They're using them. They're taking our melanated babies for their organs, etc., etc. That's why so many of the teens are going missing because they have vital organs, healthy organs. Uh, old white person can take their organ and take that young organ and live longer, or consume it, whatever they do. Um, this is just a real issue, a real problem that we have going on here, and you know it's only gonna get worse. You know, they say that I don't know the name of them. I would say draconians. I would say um, Anunnaki, whatever, what have you. But there is an extraterrestrial race on this planet that consumes over 300,000 children a year or something like that. Um, yeah, it's like it's out of control, and the elites made these pacts with these people or with these ETs so that they could have power, so they can have the advanced technology. And even though they got these advanced technologies, it's like we're still living. United States is still living in the ice age, in the dark ages rather. If you look at other countries, how they are built up, how they're just making so much more progress, and we still trying to figure out how to fix the freaking potholes in the street, while other countries have whole floating cities on the ocean or what have you. They put down streets that absorb water. Um, you know, it's just so much stuff going on in other countries, and it's like we falling behind in the race. But yeah, let's get back to talking about the loss of so many souls, so many beautiful souls. So the United States plays a huge freaking role, directly and indirectly, in the crisis of missing children because they traffic so many melanated children. Um, they play their role by systematic neglect and racism. Melanated children cases are often not looked at or even taken seriously by the law or the freaking media. Why? Because they're gonna put themselves up there. They don't need to get any traction on any cases of us missing because they're the one that's doing it. They're the ones that's taking our children. It's not some random. Of course, it can be, but who's to even say those are random? Um, you know, it could be that what they call it MK Ultra, and they use the trigger word or trigger whatever, and the person wake up to do that kidnapping or whatever they do maliciously towards the child. Um, Many are labeled as runaways, which means their cases don't even get Amber Alerts, no FBI involvement, or major media coverage. So basically, they just saying, fuck it. The children ran away. they had enough. But they're 10, 11, 12. But they had enough. They ran away. You know, it's not cool. And this lack of urgency creates opportunity for traffickers to act without fear of repercussion or exposure. They know that systematically, because of the oppression that we as Black Americans has always went through since the colonizers came, since the colonization began. You know, they know that they can do things against us maliciously and there will be no repercussions. There won't be any consequences. But we have to stop that. It's time for us to stop being so docile. It's time for us to stand up for our freaking rights, and an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. They've gotten away with too much, and now they just blatantly just taking children and saying who gonna do something about it. They not. What they gonna do? Just keep on posting pictures. Nobody's gonna burn nothing down. Nobody's gonna riot anything. Nobody's gonna go to the airports and start blowing them up because y'all trafficking my children, or the train stations and blowing them up because y'all trafficking my children, or them shipyards. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's putting in energy and effort. You're not going to the townhouses or the police halls and burning them down because they're not doing anything. You're not doing anything, putting any boots to the ground to try to get some resolve with the issues of all of these missing children. They gonna keep doing it because all we doing is posting pictures. Have you seen her? Have you seen him? No, we need to be out there in the streets trying to figure out what's going on. I mean, we already gonna start with the boycotting the uh, beauty supply stores on the 1st. In a few days, we need to do more than that. That's a great start, and I'm proud of every African American, Indigenous, Black, copper tone woman and man that is going to actually stick to their guns for this blackout and don't buy anything from these people. So get all your beauty supply stuff right now. You got a couple days. You got a couple more days to go get your stuff that can last you for a month. Don't go buy no wigs. Don't go buy any glue, them eyelashes, lock gel, shea butter. Stock up on it now. All right, so we can actually see this thing and follow this thing through. We need to start, just taking steps, proactive steps, tangible steps to start breaking free from this system. We need to get the fuck out of this system so that one, our children can quit going on missing. If we had our towns, our cities, where it was just concentrated on us, where we worked together, where we did not worry about the outside racists, the outside influence, then we wouldn't even be worrying about our children because our children would be safe in our communities. Instead, we've integrated with them. And in this integration, what has it done? It has, first of all, made most of us Eurocentric. It has dumbed down our youth, and it puts them in a position to be snatched up and taken up. This social media, it puts them in a position to gain the trust of somebody they think is a 14-year-old girl or guy on the other end, but it's actually a 45-year-old man or a 30-year-old woman, baiting them so they can be trafficked, baiting them so they can be God knows what to God knows who. You know, It's some sick things that these people are doing. And we, as black and melanated people, need to start doing something, being more active. We need to protect our children more. And I know a lot of these screens are parenting our children right now. That is one of the main reasons why it's so easy for our children to be taken. Um, Along with, you know, just them picking the wrong friends, etc., etc. But on a wide scale, this is more than just, a child being taken. This is an attack on our generations, on our legacy, on of our most valuable and precious asset. They are trying to wipe out the future. Because think about this, we are not producing as many children as we were years back. The number has dropped drastically because of, miscarriage. We're fucking unfortunately, number one with abortions. So with them stealing our children, and then the other women aborting our children, what are we going to have left as a, as they call it, a race? Because we all know that race shit is fake as well. But what are we going to have if we continue to kill our children? Not we, but the women who use birth control as who use abortion as their birth control. Um, the and the society whereas they are is set up to have a lot of our children trafficked. Like, what is that gonna do, and where is that gonna lead our race? They trying to make us extinct. That's absolutely what they are doing. Harvesting our children's organs as well as ours. That's why we don't need to go to the hospital, because you can go in there for a sprained toe and end up lifeless because they need your organs. You know, we need to work to come together and start fighting the power. I know y'all remember that song, Fight the Power. It's time for us to build up our strength and not just continue to talk about it. We've been talking for so long. We've been talking since what, the civil rights? Since before that. We just been talking. We done talked ourselves till we blue in the face. Now, after you talk so much, what do you do? What do you do? Let me know in the comments. I know one thing I did to fight against the part of the problem, to make sure my star seeds won't be uh, caught up in something like that. Take them out the school system, homeschool. That's one way. So now let's talk about the foster care and juvenile system pipelines. Black melanated children are overrepresented in foster care and juvenile detention, where many traffickers recruit. You hear that? That's why a lot of times, if you notice, if your child, you having problems or issues with your children, they say that you could send them to the juvenile detention center, or they say, well, you can't handle them, you can put them in foster care. First of all, what is that child's blood type? When was that child born? What do the stars say about this child? All of these things we don't even think about. We just think about the how the this child is a problem child, or you know, needing help or needing space just to get help with the situation. But those places, that's where traffickers go for the children that no one really care about, the children who um, don't have family, or the ones that they feel just don't have any love. They go and they can trick them. They don't even have to trick them a lot of times. A lot of times they just snatch them up, put them in a van, and off they go. You know, this is some good stuff. You know, it'll be even better when we can talk about how our children are number one in math and number one in science and in our sciences, and you know, number one in learning new languages and culture, bringing the African culture, Afro culture back to um, the community. You know, I can't wait until we doing shows where we just talk about the greatness of our race, us getting back on top. You know, I can't wait to be able to give examples of greatness like Triore in Africa, the president, how he's building and putting every you know, making it, building community again, kicking out the um, com, com, whew, kicking out the colonizers. You know, it's so much passion that burns inside of me when I think about all of the trauma that the colonizers caused and all of the trauma that they still trying to cause. You know, even though we are awake and we are transitioning out of this bull crap, we're healing the trauma. It still hurts. It still makes you angry. It still makes you, well, it still makes me, it makes me want to be able to just get justice. Sweet, vindictive justice. You know, and they say, well, karma, they're gonna get what they deserve. But sometimes you are that karma. We are the karma. And if we don't get up and do something, then they won't receive their karma, right? Am I right or am I wrong? If you the karma, if you're supposed to do something to um, vindicate something that has happened to you or to your lineage, but you don't because you're still docile, want to turn the other cheek, or maybe they gonna do get better, or you know, just we just got so much empathy and sympathy for everybody else when they don't give a crap about us. They do what they want to do. They say what they want to say, and they expect us to turn the other cheek every time. Look what turning the other cheek has gotten us. Look at the state of our communities. Look at the state of our children. I mean, and the ones that's left, because look how many they taken. Just militia, that's just thousands. The, every day on social media, there's a new face of a starseed, one of our starseeds missing. Share this, share this, share this. He, she, they, those are missing. Heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. And yet, I say again, what are we going to do to start getting justice? Not just from the missing children, but justice from them just killing us like we're nothing. Killing our men, killing our women, killing our children, Hell, they kill the freaking pets. Like, but we want to integrate instead of segregate with the people who've shown us since the beginning that they mean us no good. They mean us all the harm in the world. The only thing they come for is to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Do that sound familiar to some of y'all? So if they come to, if that's the only reason they come, what are they? According to scripture, who comes to kill, steal, and destroy? The enemy, the devil as they call him. So why do you want to get in bed with the devil and they keep on showing you that they're going to do nothing but poison you, rape you, and steal the things that are most precious to you? What? It is mental illness, mental sickness, mental retardation for us to constantly think that they're going to change, to constantly vote red or blue when it's just the same. The only way that we're going to get better as a community is if we pull the bootstraps up and put the boots to the pavement. Put the boots to the pavement with their faces on it. Yeah. Put the boots in their face. All right, so we were talking about the instability of the juvenile and the foster care systems. These unstable systems make children easy targets for predators because they know these kids are less likely to be searched for aggressively. In some cases, foster homes and juvenile facilities themselves have been found corrupted by trafficking rings. I just said that. That's the easiest place to get children. That's the easiest place to get a small being. So the U.S. has anti-trafficking laws, but enforcement is uneven and often underfunded. Police may criminalize trafficked children, arresting them for prostitution instead of recognizing them as victims. There's a there's also a lack of coordination between states and agencies, which makes it easier for traffickers to move children across state lines. The U.S. has one of the largest markets for sex trafficking in the world. Demand comes from American buyers, which fuels the industry. So these nasty pedophiles over here buying the children. So it's like a big import export. So beyond sex trafficking, cheap undocumented labor is also exploited, which overlaps with missing children cases. So they're not only taking the children for their misuses, organs, they're also taking them for cheap labor, free labor, quote unquote, a slave. The phenomenon called missing white woman syndrome, where white children and women get massive news coverage, means black missing children are underreported and ignored. Without visibility, fewer tips and leads come in, making recovery harder. Poverty and lack of opportunity creates vulnerability. Many black families don't have the resources, influence, or legal connections to push investigations forward. This economic imbalance, rooted in U.S. policies, systematic U.S. policies, might I add, creates the conditions that traffickers exploit. So because all this stuff they have in place, they're not putting energy and effort into it. When our melanated indigenous copper tone boys and girls, women, men come up missing, they don't put any energy or effort into finding them because they have melanin. But when the white child or woman comes up missing, it's massive news coverage. Why? Because we live in their society. They control everything. They control media. They control food. They control everything that you consume. Social media, television, food, um, excuse me, clothes. They provide it all to you. Why don't we start providing these things for ourselves? And it will cut down so much on so much trauma, systematic trauma that we are dealing with, that we have been dealing with. I know I'm tired of it. The U.S. government funds anti-trafficking programs, but critics argue that most of the focus is international, not domestic. So they going over there worrying about the children over there in other countries that are being missing. And honestly, I really don't even think they doing that. They probably just saying that they doing that and taking the money and pocketing it. That's usually what happens with the politicians and people who get big wads of money that they're supposed to put in place to help the communities. They usually use it for themselves or their families. Meanwhile, American children, especially black children, go missing daily without urgency. They don't give no fucks about us. They don't care about us at all. They don't care. And the lack of consistent federal oversight allows many cases to fall through the cracks. They fall through the cracks because they don't care. They fall through the cracks because they don't follow up. Falling through the cracks because, hell, usually it's an inside job. So, the big picture of this is that the United States plays a role by creating vulnerabilities through poverty, the broken foster care systems, the juvenile systems, and all of that is mixed up with racial biases. Failing to protect our children through law enforcement negligence and lack of media coverage. But you know, one thing is so crazy how the coverage that we do get is like 99% negative. The U.S. also plays a role by driving the driving demand through its massive sex and labor trafficking markets. So, in short, the U.S. is not just a bystander, it is both a breeding ground. What is a breeding ground? So, it's just one after the other, one after the other. Bam, 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 bam. So, where do you need to go if you want anything that is not quote unquote holy? To the US. Why? Because it's a breeding ground for trafficking, and a consumer of it. So, with all of that being said, how much does this have to do with neglectful parents and the environment? Family and home environments play a significant role because of neglect and lack of supervision. Children who grow up with little oversight due to neglect, addiction in the home, or overworked single parents may spend more time online, unsupervised, or in risky environments. Predators and traffickers actively look actively look for children who appear unprotected or emotionally neglected. Emotional needs and grooming vulnerability. A child who doesn't feel loved, validated, or supported at home is more likely to respond to the attention and affection offered by traffickers posing as friends or romantic partners. Traffickers exploit these emotional gaps, offering false love, safety, or belonging. Environments In environments where parents are overwhelmed by survival, meaning working multiple jobs, facing eviction, food insecurity, not enough money to pay this bill, bad relationships, all the other stresses that come with life. Children may have unmet needs, and traffickers may offer what seem like a better lifestyle, such as foods, clothing, money, etc., even a sense of family. Some children come from homes with domestic violence, substance abuse, or generational trauma. So basically, these are just cycles of trauma that help the traffickers get the children. In these environments, children may feel unsafe and seek refuge elsewhere, only to be targeted by predators. Sadly, in some cases, parents themselves may be complicit, intentionally or through coercion, in trafficking or exploitation. So basically, in some of these cases, it's you moms or you dads that are putting your children in these situations. Come on, man, we got to do better. We got to do better. We got to do better. We have to do better. Some parents don't even fully understand the dangers of online grooming, trafficking, or runaway risk. Just oblivious. Like I say, just let the screen raise your children. Don't check on who they talking to, what they talking about, etc., etc. Check them DMs, snatch them phones out of their hands, right in the middle of a text so you can see what they talking about. You know, you got to be nosy. You have to be proactive. You have to protect your babies at all costs. Without teaching our children about boundaries, online safety, and predatory tactics, our children are left unprepared. Environments where crime, gangs, or drug markets are normalized may expose children to recruiters. Of course, pimps and hoes, right? In under-resourced communities, parents may not have safe spaces such as after-school programs, youth centers, or even mentors to protect and engage with their children, leaving children more exposed to outside influence. Parents and environments matter. Why? Because they shape how vulnerable or protected a child feels. But we cannot only blame parents. Even in loving, stable homes, predators can still manipulate and abduct children. It's easy. The bigger picture is both. And weak support systems, poverty, and family struggles can increase vulnerability. Systematic neglect, law enforcement, media, government, etc., all the higher ups allows predators to exploit that vulnerability without fear of consequence. So, in conclusion, neglectful parents and unstable environments do contribute to children being at higher risk of going missing or trafficked. But the root problem is deeper. It's way, way, way deeper. It's deeper, guys. Predators exploit these weaknesses, and the US system fails us. The US system fails to protect Black, melanated, and indigenous children with the urgency they deserve, like they do those white people when they come up missing, and the resources that they deserve. So the police and all the other enforcements that's supposed to be out there helping and scouring, they don't afford that to us. So I like to say thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit. The next voice you're going to hear is Cozmik Minds. He's going to bring it on in for you.
Yeah, man. Gratitude for the latitude, man. Hopefully this change your attitude, ain't it, man? Gratitude for the latitude. Hopefully this change your attitude, man. Cosmic Mind UV is where you need to be. Make sure you share this out to everybody that you can share it out to, man. That you connected to, link to your nieces, your daughters, single moms, single home girls, whatever have you, man. Even people that's couples, man. You know, just to have the awareness, man. Like I say, part two, we're gonna get in part 2, 3, and 4, whatever. We're gonna get into the inner workings of how it affects the black, black women, the black young girls, and etc. That's gonna be like a package deal. Sacred space, we didn't get to that, you know what I'm saying? Empress Star coming through with that, with the plant-based yoni. That's gonna be crazy important. Sacred space is a space created just for women, melanin, indigenous, copper tone women or girls only, for them to elevate, do their sister circle thing or sister whatever shape it is thing. So y'all make sure y'all link with Empress Star for that. And you got Who You With coming through to show Who You With, coming through with me as a co-host. So we're gonna get to that too. So that'll be flying through here. If you would like to do, and if you have any talents, if you have any music, if you have any non-profits or for-profits, or you doing something excellent, great, you know what I mean, and you want to do collaboration or of any type of thing, or a live stream through here or whatever to promote yourself, just link with me, man, so we can work and let's get it done. All right, here we go. Compared to other groups, blah 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 blah. How does the black children? It says disproportionately impact black children, missing black children versus other children. Overall numbers in the U.S. about 360,000 to 400,000 children are reported missing each year in the U.S. Varies by year. Out of these, nearly 40% are black children. Did you hear that? So 40% of 400,000. And that's per year. However, black children only make up, they say, 40% of the U.S. population, child population. That means children are going missing at almost 3 times. Black children. That means that black children are going missing at almost 3 times the rate compared to their population size. Comparisons by race. This is what I was saying, family. I mean, people's it's like, we get it in our feelings. We have all of these indoctrinations and beliefs. Yo, we got to get into the knowing. We are the original rulers. That's why they want to harvest everything about your talent, your fucking everything. Ladies, your womb, your placenta, your everything. You feel me? It's got to be a reason for that, G. You hear me? Henrietta Lacks, didn't they do her sales and all that? Like, come on, man. Comparisons by race. European children make up the majority of the missing cases by raw numbers because they are the majority of the U.S. population, so they say. Which that's Incorrect. But anyway, okay, whatever. However, proportionally, black children are over represented. Hispanic children are almost overrepresented, are also overrepresented in certain regions, however, not as drastically as black children. Asian children are statistically less likely to go missing compared to their population percent. That's because come on now, we already know, like the Patels and all of them niggas move like the mob, my nigga. They don't even have to go outside of there, whatever. Like that's why I did go check out the show I did on the Patel family empire with all the hotels on. They don't have to go outside of their group for nothing. Money, motivation, inspiration. They don't do idol worship. A lot of this shit. You know what I mean? That's why you have to study them. You hear me? Study shit like that. Runaway labeling in impact. Uh, Coppertone, Black, the original children, starseeds, are more likely to be classified as runaways than abducted. This matters because runaways don't trigger Amber Alerts or same level of urgency. It leads to under investigation compared to missing Europeans. Recovery rates. So, studies suggest black children are less likely to be found quickly compared to Europeans. Media coverage. So we're gonna do a show on that part 3 gonna probably be that, what they call it, the white woman syndrome or whatever they call it. Yeah, we gonna get that. We're gonna do a show on that. The Karen syndrome, whatever they call that shit. Media coverage is a big factor. European missing children gets national stories, while black children often stay local and unnoticed. That's why we gotta use our media for, what I'm saying, righteous stuff, man. That's what I'm saying. Why the gap exists, systemic bias, etc., socioeconomic vulnerabilities. Black children are more likely to come from foster care, poverty, etc., unstable environments. Like I told you, they getting them in stable environments, unstable, stable, unstable, all the stables. It don't matter what stable they in. What you talk about? Community mistrust. Families in black communities or indigenous Coppertone communities or around each other may not report as fast. We got to do that too. What's the difference between a community and a neighborhood? You feel me? But anyway, may not report as fast, fearing police interaction, which delays urgent searches. Takeaway: black children, 14% of the U.S. Children, 40% of the missing children. They are disproportionately taken under-searched for and undercovered in media. This isn't about numbers. It reflects a systemic crisis where black children are less protected and less valued in eyes of institutions. This is why we have to flip this bullshit upside down. All right, man. This has been an excellent show today, man. This has been a critical show. Like I said, man, I'm always open for collaboration, healthy collaboration for the near shot. So yeah, man. If you got some positive things going on, you have some pineal gland activating things going on, you have some informative stuff going on, you got a impactful message you want to get out, whatever have you. You know how they used to do them telethons or whatever. We could do a fundraiser, you know what I'm saying? We can do fundraisers through here and all that, you know what I'm saying? So hope this was influential for y'all. Put on your notification. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you donate to the channel, man. Real quick. Peace to my G Knox P. Peace to the God. Y'all check out his music, by the way. Check out all his music. Salute the Let's Eat. You know what I mean? Salute to my you know what I mean? That's my brother right there, you know what I'm saying? So make sure you check out his music and his projects, the things he has going on, his creative activations he has going on, you know what I mean? His Facebook page is Knox P, and then one word, D-A, great, the great, alright? So make sure y'all check out his music, all his creative things he got going on as well. And that's the fam right there. Peace to the God, peace to that root, you know what I'm saying? Empress Star, take you far no matter where you are, man. She said like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure this one they don't hide, ain't it, man? Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And make sure this one right here, they don't hide, ain't it, man? Alright, man. Peace and abundance, goddammit. And guess what? Cosmik UV.